where data collection exists and lack of privacy, can you make an algorithm to protect us? Is it possible to put the genie back in the bottle?
I don't think it's as simple as an algorithm to protect us. I think that's actually not the best way to think about it, because at the end of the day, somebody makes an algorithm. So even if they talk about being a protector, you can see throughout history lots of regimes being created out of the protection of people. What I do think would be helpful, though, is more rules, not just about the design and sort of creating standards like a building code for technical products or software, but also a code of ethics that is statutorily enforced for data scientists or software engineers. So, you know, one of the things that I learned on my own journey is that I didn't think about things that I should have thought about. And I think having spoken with a lot of engineers at companies like Facebook or Google or, you know, all kinds of big tech companies, you know, most people don't go into tech with the intention of undermining society. And I think that when we look at other professions, whether it's, you know, researchers and scientists in, you know, pharmaceutical industries, whether it's doctors or lawyers, accountants, teachers, there's tons of examples of where there are ethical codes, where if you're told to do something that is unethical, you have to say no. And the consequence of saying yes and being caught is that you lose your ability to call yourself what you are, right? You can no longer say that you're a doctor or a lawyer or whatever if you breach that code. And what that does is it puts skin in the game for people who actually work in the field. So I think that rather than necessarily looking at it as, can we create another thing that fights this thing, it's looking at the people who are currently building, you know, these systems and designing these systems, and empowering them to say no, and requiring them to say no when something is unethical or could go wrong.
There's a great book by Shoshana Zuboff called Surveillance Capitalism. It just tells you that the tech companies have so much data on us that they know us far more intimately than our most intimate relationships. And they can sell your moment of vulnerability to whoever will pay for it. So how do we get that back? It's a societal problem. He's given some solutions in his book that go to the nuts and bolts of the build. But what do we do with what we have right now? And I think that's part of what journalists have to keep pounding, right? We're in a very bad place, and technology will make it worse if we don't demand better now.